I might sound like a broken record with this, but there is so much confidence in the way that your artistry and your sound, it's steeped in confidence and it comes through, and that certainly is the case with Surefire, which, the title says it all. So I want to hear all about Surefire and this kind of, again, being in this place of like, take me as I am, take it or leave it. Is that coming from a personal place, or is that something that you wanted to convey to your fans and your listeners as aspirational? Like, this is what we should be when we're in love.
No, it's again, it's pretty organic, and I am blown away by your impressions. They are teaching me a lot, because I didn't make the album thinking I'm so this is very confident, this is very confident. It just was what it was, and it just happens to be confident. But that's amazing that you're picking up on that so strongly, and now in hindsight I'm realizing it more. You don't really think of those things in the moment as much, obviously, but it makes a lot of sense that in 10 years someone would have a lot more understanding about relationships and how mature relationships work, how long-term relationships work, the give and take that happens in relationships, those things that are on a much more mature level. And I didn't realize how much that shone through.
So let's find a surefire way.
When certain artists make an album every single year, like back to back to back, for whatever reason, I think that can suffer too.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, and everyone's artistic process is different, but for me, what I really love is like living life, observing, living a great life and taking in a lot of art inspiration. So like books, how much I love film, all those things, like just taking in as much as I can and then putting something out. So I think there's like a give and a take that happens just naturally, and there's a reservoir that has to fill back up before I'm ready to like create something again. So Surefire is it's similar to Dreamer. In the story of the relationship, I'm in a similar place.
Yeah, and I think it's very wise. You and I have talked a lot about this offline, the awareness of the trappings that artists fall into, where they're trying to do too much, or they're trying to play to an audience, or pander, or marketing and focus grouping and all of that. So I think the concept of giving things time to breathe and allowing yourself as an artist to be, your word, a reservoir to be replenished and filled back up with inspiration before going back to work on your art is really wise, and it certainly shines through on this.
The benefit of being a fully independent artist is having complete control, number one, not answering to anybody, but also doing things my way without like, well, I have to get this out by this time, otherwise
right.
I don't meet an obligation, right? So
you're not beholden to all of that nonsense.
Right.